So, hello. What's up? I haven't made a video and probably didn't make one yesterday, and maybe I made one the day before, but didn't have anything to talk about, so don't have anything to talk about. Want to make a video? I don't like to force things. Title of your sex tape. I was watching some Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so Brooklyn Nine-Nine is always a great show to watch. And today I'm watching American Ninja Warrior. I watched some last night and I'm finishing up American Ninja Warrior right now. Oh, I walked to the store earlier today and back, and man, I'm really tired. But it was a good trip because I got some food now, so I ate it. Well, I didn't eat all of it, but I ate some. So, yeah. But I just, American Ninja Warrior got me thinking. Um, and this isn't unique to American Ninja Warrior, but American Ninja Warrior got me thinking that, okay, in this era of billionaires, it just got me thinking, like, this last season of American Ninja Warrior, the top prize is 250,000, and I'm just like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, what a shitty prize for, like, all of that they do for one person to get, when there's all those people that put out all that, media. All those hours of television, basically. And, there's only 250,000 plus whatever, 10,000 per the big warp wall thing that anybody might do. I think that's what they get if they do that, but whatever. And it sticks out in my head as something that I'm just like, you know what the bonuses are for executives, and those are just executives at, like, every big company, and they have a lot of executives. Like, the year-end bonus for an executive, if they got 250,000 as a bonus for being, like, the lowest level of an executive, they'd be like, I only got 250,000. What did I? Wow, they must hate me. They must think I did a shitty job. And that's for, in my mind, doing basically nothing. Now, I realize they actually did work. Especially if you're one of the lower level executives, you probably actually did do some work. But the higher level ones, they get paid more and they arguably do less. And they get like 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, something like that for every year. And because of the way the tax system is worked out and everything, they have ways to funnel it and cloak it in all sorts of whatever words you want to use, so that they get to actually keep a lot of whatever that payout is. Because in their mind, if I get paid 20 million, what's the point of getting paid 20 million if I don't get to keep 20 million? When I already have or am worth a total of 150 million or 300 million or 500 million. And I'm just sitting here like, you guys could give out bigger prize money, or more to the point, you could give out prize money for, you know, the lower, you know, you know, the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all the way down to like 20th and stuff. And like, yeah, the first place could be like $1 million. I know you just don't want to give out $1 million because you're stingy as shit. And you're like, but it costs blah 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 to just make the show. If we spend all this money on the show, yeah, well, how much does, for example, the NFL cost to produce, and how much does every NFL team make and cost and pay all of their players? I mean, somehow you justify that. I mean, one NFL quarterback, probably the one middle of the road, well, NFL quarterback, or even one of the lower paid quarterbacks. I'm talking about first stringers here, by the way, not like second or third string quarterbacks. But one of the lower end paid quarterbacks is probably paid enough to do what I'm talking about. For something like this. And I don't know what this whole thing with this American Ninja Warrior, for example, brings in, but it's been going for 17 years. So, I mean, and there's all these people have all these fucking gyms all over the country. So, I mean, obviously it's doing something right. It's got a big fandom. It hasn't gone away. It's grown faster. I mean, a lot of people watch it. I think it's much more interesting than baseball. I actually like it more than football, personally. So, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's more interesting than football. But I don't know. Um, and I've said this. This is a little bit of a side note, but I've said this before. Someone like Elon Musk could could have a world martial arts tournament with a prize of $1 billion. You could just put that on, you have that on some island somewhere, like in Epstein Island, and you know, you can organize a Dragon Ball Z World Martial Arts tournament, and just be like, yeah, it's not in the jurisdiction of anyone, so fuck everyone. Be like, we'll just get, you know, we'll just have it there, and if necessary, we'll hire, uh, mercenaries to protect it or whatever. But because, Musk is going to be funding the prize money, he's going to have exclusive rights on like the broadcasting and stuff. And if you think a world martial arts tournament uh, isn't going to bring in money in terms of broadcasting and advertising and franchising and you know, all ways of monetizing it, then you have no brain. So, you're probably going to make more than $1 billion off of that within probably a year. So, but yeah, you would have to make the prize money enough to attract good enough people to fight. You wouldn't have to be like, oh, it's $1 million, because then, you're not going to get good fighters. It would have to be something large. Like even $100 million, I don't think would attract good fighters. That's why I say $1 billion. $1 billion, enough to make the one who wins like powerful enough in terms of money to go, all right, I will risk my life to be able to free my fucking homeland country in Africa. That kind of shit. To give someone the kind of money to turn the world order on its fucking head. If you're willing to do that shit, then because that's kind of what you'd be doing. That would be a fucking interesting thing to have. And you would be able to see some interesting fighters at that tournament. Not bullshit UFC fighters that are bullshit fighters, because those are bullshit fighters. Those guys are like, oh, look at me, I punch and I do fucking grappling and stuff. Like, and boxers that do boxing, like, they're good fighters. Like, trust me, I don't want to fight them. They would kick the shit out of me. No problem. But I mean, the kind of people that know how to fight in a way that they could like beat the shit out of top 10 UFC fighters and maybe not even get hit. Like, those kind of people. You're gonna have to put up $1 billion. went off on a fucked up tangent. So yeah, need more prize money in American Ninja Warrior, and billionaires are too greedy. I think everybody knows that. I've said it a bunch of times, and other people have said this. And everybody who works for minimum wage also knows this. Um, Everybody knows this who votes Republican all the time without thinking about it, and still munches on Trump's nuts. Knows this. So tax rich people, kneecap rich people, and boobs. Boobs every day, all day.